I'm gonna start it doesn't matter when you start. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So I stripped down the PRP, right? So basically, you saw your blood, and essentially, I got it down to the gold part, right? So this part you're gonna take home, and you're gonna do it for the next couple of days to keep it moist, cause you're gonna feel like you're stepping on the thing.
I always do that.
So I wasn't sure if it was you or her. So essentially, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this other PRP as the glide.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do above your. So I start with the forehead and then I work my way down because the forehead can be a little bit more uncomfortable than the rest of the face because you have there's closer to bone than the rest of here.
Okay.
And then essentially I'm just gonna try to smear it off with the remainder of the PRP. And that's pretty much it. And like I said, if anything's too uncomfortable, just let me know. But as you can see, it goes off on different lengths. So the highest point I can do is 2.5 mLs. But on your forehead, I'll start with the 1.
Okay.
And if you feel okay, then I might go up a little bit. Just because I want to get a good depth enough to make sure I'm getting down to the dermal layer, okay?
Okay.
But not enough to make it like irritating or bothersome.
Okay.
So I'm starting to put this on. So a little bit of PRP. Does that feel okay? Yeah. Yeah, it may feel annoying, but just a little bit. You okay?
Yeah.
Just a little better? I just went down a little bit. Is that better?
Yeah.
There we go. So same thing. All I'm using is your PRP just to, and I'll go down just a little bit more. Is that a little bit better?
Yeah.
I know, especially since it's your first time.
Yeah. And I never really had anything kind of like...
Oh, done on your skin?
Yeah.
You're doing very well. I know, the forehead's more annoying.
Yeah.
You're gonna, when I move down to the rest of the face, you'll see that's more tolerable. You're doing very good. You okay?
I just have a little to my eye.
Oh, yep.
So
There we go.
just kind of feeling burning.
Yeah, yeah. The PRP can do that. I'm gonna translate this one. Imagine if I didn't put the numbing on.
Oh, geez. Oh, I would have been probably crying.
No, you're doing awesome. Believe me, the forehead's like the worst part. It's gonna help soften up your forehead lines too.
Oh, good.
So the whole point is just to stimulate the collagen underneath.
My forehead lines came from all the crying I did this shit. Jesus.
Well, yeah, no, it's never easy.
Yeah, I had to go through therapy, life coaching, everything to be able to cope.
Going to your feet now, okay? Is that a little better? She's like a freak. You start to get close to the cancer. You're not going on any more vacations, especially
Nah.
this week, right?
No.
So I'll make sure. I know I messaged to you, but
Sorry.
no, you're fine. So I'm just going little strokes here, okay? Sorry, honey. Little strokes. You okay?
Yeah.
And then just a little bit under here, and I'm gonna go down a little bit. Some little strokes, okay? Just 'cause I want to get your under eye. And I'm gonna do your nose. Same thing as I just did. Little strokes. You okay?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you get a new video?
No.
Oh.
Gonna have to edit that one.
It's fine, man.
Very good. You okay? Yeah. Almost done. You're doing awesome. Okay, go back to the deeper one just because I want to make sure I'm going down.
That's not me.
I'm sorry.
I said that's not me doing it, right?
Oh, no. I just wanted to get... I'm gonna tilt their head back. Thank you. Oh, perfect. I'm just going a little bit deeper here because this is like where the fat tissue is. So. I mean, you have fat pads all over your face, but especially under here, the tissue, the skin can be a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, almost done. Last section. Huh?
So that's all it.
So one more. I like to just do one more pass on each side.
Yeah.
Just a little bit in your favorite spot.
But I think it's kind of sensitive, like when you start there at the beginning. If you start down first and then it's, like...
Oh, you get the...
Because when you start, the sensitivity feels like now I don't feel it, But when you first started up there, like I could feel it.
Oh, okay.
So I just a suggestion, like maybe if you start, like in the less painful areas, by the
Yeah.
time you work your way up to the forehead, it's a
People already
snap for
forgetting
people.
about it.
Oh yeah, girl. It's almost like a tattoo by this point. Yeah. Because you're more able to relax right now.
Yeah.
Not like a little while ago, I had a leg up, you know.
And then do your nose. You okay? Go down just a little bit. I just want to get a little bit of the brown. And I'm going to get your upper lip and then we're done. You're doing good. Just make sure that's on there. Okay, yeah, I was being redundant. So now I'm gonna put the rest of the PRP on your face, kind of just like a nice little serum. But but this is basically what it looks like. So nothing dramatic.
It looks very smooth.
What'd you say?
Very smooth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It looks like almost silky smooth.
You did very good
Thank you.
for your first time.
So you say this gets done like twice a year?
So, based on your ailment, so if you're trying to, when it's your first time, depending on how old you are, things like that, if you have like major issues you're trying to get rid of, usually you do it every 4 to 6 weeks. For 3 times, and then after that you'll do like maintenance, like 1 to 2, like 6 months or once a year.
Oh, okay.
And because again, at first you're trying to stimulate the cells, and like your body to stimulate, etc. Now you don't have to do it with PRP every single time.
Yeah.
You can do you do microneedling with like other things like peptides. You can use other serums. PRP is great to help, like, in the beginning and the end, things like that, intermittently.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to feel like every single time you have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because it takes about a good 3 months, like 3 to 6 months for like a peak period of the PRP, of your skin cells to kind of like the collagen and everything to kind of reach its point. But like I said, you're doing this every 4 to 6 weeks, 3 times in a row, just to kind of like kind of like that building ground, especially if you've never done it before. And like I said, and I'll show you when we go out there, pairing it up, like the post-care, kind of like, make sure a week from now, like first and foremost, you're not using anything else aside from, like I said, the PRP and this other thing, you're just putting that on. Ideally, you're not going to wash your face until like you know, if you could, like, tomorrow morning, but, like, if not, if it's bothersome, until later tonight. Just because, you know, the PR, literally, it's, like, seeping in your skin. But when you feel, like, really dry or, like, you're going to keep applying it onto your face. And it's basically your stuff. It's like, think of it putting, like, olive oil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And then, like I said, this week, you're not going to put any, you're not going to use any retinols. And I know you say you don't use skin things anyway. You're just going to basically use the PRP and this calming serum. You don't, essentially when you, after a week, then you can start on your regimen of doing, like, you know, an antioxidant in the morning, like, and like I said, the environmental products is really nice because it has the vitamin A in it. That's really good for the skin. Plus, it's easy to apply, and it's something you can do day and night. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like a constant thing. Plus, obviously, wearing sunscreen, things like that is important.
Yeah.
Ideally, like I said, this first week, you don't want to be outside like that. If you are, you can go grocery shopping, whatever. Just wear a hat, etc. Just because you don't want that. Just because, like I said, you're trying to get rid of discoloration, and you want to diminish that.
That
you know,
exposure to
exactly,
the sun.
because then it just makes it heal darker, especially when you're, you know, treating that top layer of skin, which is essentially gonna, like, kind of, I don't want to say the word slough off, but it's gonna come off because, you know, essentially it's dead skin, which it naturally comes off anyways. Every 20 days you're making new skin.
Is that right?
Oh, you can shut it off. Oh, yeah.